Welcome back to the JS Easy. So here is a for loop quizzes solve. In this previous lesson, you learned to use the while loop to repeat a block of code whilst a condition holds true. For loops are powerful because they can be used when the number of iterations to solve a problem is fixed and known. So let this example, let I is equal to 0, it is initialize while I is less than 5, it is a condition, and alert the message, and I is equal to I plus 1, it is a repeating counter. So what is question? How many alert message will be display? So here is a counting, initializing 0, 0 1 2 3 4, it's 5 times, then stop. 4 is less than 5, so 4. So how many times? 5. Okay, the next question, this is the same program. Remember, you can use any variable name for your counter. Okay, the what's the counter variable in the example? In this example, the counter variable is I. The let I is equal to 0, it is the same problem. The counter variable is updated with every iteration, it is updating. So what is question? The what happened to this counter with every iteration? It is increases. Okay, so for loop is used to execute the same block of code over and over again a specific number of times. This code will show the three alert messages one after the other. Run the code and give the try. So here is the JS code and show the what is it is the alert message three times. Okay, so initialize with the 0 1 2, just 2 is less than 3, so it will be execute. Then next question is for I, for in the bracket, let I is equal to 0, I is less than 3, and I plus plus, and in bracket alert. So it is a simple syntax. The for loop are shorter to write and simple syntax. In there write the following. It is a three cases and separate the semicolon. I is equal to 0, I is less than 3 is the second case, and third case is I plus plus, means it is increases. It's look like I is equal to I plus 1. So it is a three cases. The counter creation and initialization. Second is a condition and counter updating. So it will be right in the one bracket and show the alert message in block is curly bracket. Okay, so it is just showing. Now the how many times does the program display the same alert message? So counting is 1, starting with the 1. So 1 2 3 4 5 and stop. Because 5 is less than 6. So it is a 5 times alert message shown. So then the counter variable is defined with an initial value, and the variable is updated in each iteration to count the number of times the code block is repeated. Run the code to see how the I variable gets updated with the different value. So this it is a 0 1 2 3. It is the same as a previous problem. It is a message plus I. It is showing the message plus I means counting the 0 1 2 3 and stop, execute, stop. 3 is less than 4. Okay, so if you try this, if it's a count 1 1, what will be the output? So starting the 1 2 3 and just the 1 2 3 message and go is a 1 2 3 message. Okay, It's look like this. Now next is a for let I is equal to this is a what the counter variable I is defined. It is defined I is equal to 0, initialize and update the inside the parenthesis bracket following for a keyword. What's the role of counter variable I? So I is a what? Is control the speed of execution? No. So it is a track the number of iteration how many times is it trace. Okay. Now for let I is equal to 0, I is less than 3, I is equal to I plus 1. So first case is the initialization, second case is a condition, third case is updating. The initialization, condition and updating are the separated by the semicolon. I already told you. So do you remember what the initialization code does? So it is a two answer. It checks the data type of counter. It defines the counter variable with the initialized one. It is define the counter variable with the initialized value. Okay. So when the condition no longer holds true, we exist the for loop. So it is the same code that's happened. So I just show you. It will be true. So what happens if log is writing this curly bracket, console is write down to the curly bracket, what happens? Console dot log and write down I just write down there is a I, so execute will, so it is a I is not execute because here is a condition of a for loop. If we write down the curly bracket means block, so it is a showing the repetition, but if you write down the outside the curly bracket it will be giving the error. Okay. For how many message will be display? So starting initialize 0 1 2, so it will be 3 times will be messages. In the for loop, the counter variable is defined within the scope of the for loop. It can only be used inside the loop. What will be logged to the console? For let I is equal to 0, I is less than 5, 4, I is equal to I plus 1. So I show you the already. So if you write down the curly bracket it will be show the alert is a three times, sorry, four times, but we write down the console.log I is outside the curly bracket, so it will be giving the error. It is the error. You can use any name for the counter variable. So name counter variable name is here is a num, so we can see the previous it is I of x or any x y z j. Counter variable will be changes. For let I is equal to 0, num is less than 4, num is equal to num plus 1. It is a num is same as a num plus plus and bracket console dot log. So question is what value will log to the console? So initialize 0 1 2 3. So this is I is equal to 0. This is a flow chart diagram and initialize 0, and if a condition is I is less than 3, so it will be true, so it shows the hello message and then increases the loop I plus 1 and repeat to go to the condition. If condition is not true. Then it will be false is 3 is less than 3, so it will be false, and loop is completed and it will be executed. After the computer has finished the executing the loop, it will continue to execute any following statement in sequence. Okay, so it will be show. Here is a not showing any um, error because it is console, it is show the one time message hello 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 and one time message because there is a alert, and here is a we writing just message, not the I. If you write down the here is I, so it will be definitely giving the error. Okay, so sure it is I is not in, so it will just write down here we are, here we are just message in the quotation, so it will be one time message executed. So then the next question, what will the code log to the console? For let I is equal to 0, I is less than 2, I is equal to I plus 1. So now you are understanding. So what will be the output? Message 0 and message 1, and nextly the goodbye is a single, so it is correct. The small step big result, so you see, put the message log to the console in the correct, so uh, correct way how message 1 message, sorry, message 0 1 and goodbye. Okay, so here is a error. Can you spot the error here? So you know the how to syntax is first is a counter setting must be separated semicolon and semicolon, and initialization of a counter variable. Okay, it's definitely correct. In the general use for loops, when you already know the number of iterations, and while loops, when there is a condition that needs to be met, which of the following statements about the loop are true? Select the statement. So it is simply the they can sometime for loop and simplify the code. Okay, so it is a lesson completed, and great work to learn that you can implement the iteration into your programs with the for loop. The counter control the number of repetition and when the loop is existing. Okay, keep learning and keep growing. Continue. So here is a lesson completed, rewarded certain XP. Okay, five boxes.
क्या आपने कभी चाहा है कि आपका खुद का बिजनेस हो? क्या इन्वेस्टमेंट की वजह से आपका ये सपना पूरा नहीं हो पा?
My day is completed, so it's, your reward is 6 plus. Level is 670.